Hello fragrance family, welcome to Fragrance Therapy. I'm your host Alam. Now Maison Asrar has really been on the rise this last year. If you're not aware, they're a sub-brand of Gulf Orchid. Think of them as like higher end line a little bit. They are to Gulf Orchid what like French Avenue is to fragrance world. They've had some really good releases in the past couple of months. But for me at least, none of them are like true 10 out of 10s. But I do have 3 new releases and at least one of them does fit that bill. So let's jump in. So let's start off with Maison Asrar's Vanguard, and this is definitely inspired by Absolute Aventus by Creed. Overall, you still get that fruity citrus pineapple opening, get those fresh spices and florals, and as it dries, you definitely get this musky, woody, and slightly ambery base. On top, you get apple, bergamot, grapefruit, and pineapple, along with blackcurrant and pink pepper. In the heart, you get ginger, cardamom, carnations, lily of the valley. Also get some patchouli in there that adds some like depth and spice. And as it dries, you get that musk, you get vetiver, you get 2 types of wood with like that dry cedar wood and this cashmerean wood that gives it a little bit more musk, along with like leather and moss. Much like the OG, it starts off really bright and fresh with a slight touch of sweetness, but there's also that depth as it dries down, especially with those woods. Look, in my opinion, there's a very good take on Absolute Aventus. I know there's tons and tons of Aventus clones out there. Some of them, especially the OG Aventus clones, some of them are super synthetic and super screechy. This one comes off much more high quality and much smoother as well. But I have heard online, some people say that this is the absolute closest clone. It's a one-to-one take on Absolute Aventus. And I'm here to tell you that's not the case. This one has a brighter, fresher, more airy opening. It definitely comes off a little bit less complex, a little bit flatter than the original Absolute Aventus. Like when you smell the original, there's this like depth, there's this richness, and there's this denseness in the OG. This one doesn't quite have that. I think they went for a more mass appealing, approachable take. Definitely less smoky as well, and less resonance than the OG. I'm not sure if they were going for a twist or they just kind of stumbled into one. But trust me, when people are saying that it's a one-to-one, in my opinion, it's not. And just be wary, some of those people that are saying that are associated to the brand in some way. Not saying that this is a bad fragrance or a bad take, it's actually quite very good. Just be wary, that's all I'm saying. Also, I wouldn't say this is the strongest performer. I got about 7 hours total on skin, about 2 hours of strong projection. I was honestly expecting something that was a little bit punchier, a little bit longer lasting. Hopefully it will improve with some maturation. Definitely bright, clean, mass appealing. That fruity, woody DNA makes it perfect for like an office or casual or semi-formal event. I think this is a summer, spring, fall fragrance, unlike the OG, which is more dense and kind of doesn't work that great in the super high heat. But that one you can rock also in the winter. I just think this one might not cut through the cold in the winter. Again, really good fragrance. I would give it about a 8 out of 10. I really need to compare to the Arm Off and Off On versions. I think a clone face-off is coming soon. Next up, in the same Royal collection, any bottle that looks like this is part of their Royal collection, and that's Legacy. And this is their version of Ex Nihilo's Blue Talisman. This thing is airy, it's smooth, it has this gentle sweetness. Also, definitely as it dries, you get this ambery, woody, and vanillic scent profile. But this one, even more than the last one, I think comes off super refined. With the notes on top, you're gonna get ginger, bergamot, and what's at this point like signature for this scent profile, which is the pear. In the mid, you get orange blossom, jasmine, and some woods. And in that base, in that dry down, you're gonna get musk, very sweet vanilla and ambery notes as well. I don't know, man. For me, that pear citrus kind of floral combo makes it feel classy and clean. I would say this gets about 90% close to Blue Talisman. Maybe it's a touch sweeter and a little bit more floral. Now, I know some people say the OG is already leaning a little bit femme. I think, in my opinion, that one is completely unisex. But this one being a little bit sweeter and more heavy on those white florals, some might say this one is even a little bit more femme, but me, I just don't agree. I think this scent profile is right down the middle. But I can see why people feel that way. Surprisingly, for me at least, this one performed better than Vanguard. I get excellent performance, 8 hours for sure, right out of the box. I would say this one is good projection without coming off too loud or in your face. And honestly, the OG is not a beast either. As far as longevity, this one may at the very least, it performs as well as the OG. Maybe it outperforms it. This scent profile is great for work. You can definitely make this your signature office scent. Also awesome for casual wear every day, especially in the spring and summer. Even the early fall, you can definitely pull this off. But when it gets too cold, it just might not cut through the cold. Look, I love this DNA. Some people say it's simple. I say it's supremely wearable. This is an excellent take. I'll give this one maybe a 9 out of 10. Just like the last one, maybe a Blue Talisman clone face-off is coming as well. Look, the first one I gave an 8 out of 10. Very solid Absolute Aventus clone. The next one I gave a 9 out of 10. Maybe the best Blue Talisman clone out there. I'll have to see when I compare all the rest. But for me, this last one, I'll say it out front. This one is a 10 out of 10. And this is Maison Asrar's Throne Eclipse. When I first sprayed this, I was like, why is Maison Asrar doing another blonde amber clone? Because they already have a pretty good one with Faisal Arab. This one right here. Yeah, like the opening, when I smelt this and smelt this, I was like, there are some differences, but it is too similar for them to release two of the same fragrances. But as this thing dries down, it definitely changes. You get this sweetness and this strong dose of vanilla. And I couldn't put my finger on exactly what this was drying down into. So I did look it up online. I wanted to see what other people were saying because, like I said, I couldn't put my finger on it. And then it immediately clicked. The dry down is definitely Altair. Then when I kind of, with that in mind, when I smelt it again, I was even picking up some of the Altair in the opening. Like I said, it's not a one-to-one take on Blonde Amber. And you do get a little bit of the Altair in the opening. But I would say more Blonde Amber with a hint of Altair in the opening, but as it dries, more Altair and a hint of Blonde Amber as it dries. This type of scent profile is perfect for this time of the year for the cold weather. It comes off like dark, a little bit mysterious and rich. Definitely comes off oriental with the nice woodiness. Also some nice fresh spices and this slight gourmand feel as well. The notes include apple, clove, cardamom, gives it that fruity and fresh spice opening. In the mid, you get cinnamon, lavender, and geranium. Definitely spicy and aromatic there. And then in the base, you get that vanilla, amber, and cedarwood. I would say this one leans masculine because of those woods and those heavy spices. And this one is a super strong performer right out of the box. 8+ hours on skin, like 2 days on clothes. Strong projection for the first few hours. Be careful when you spray this because it definitely could be a room filler. For me, this is strictly a cold weather, evening, special occasion type of fragrance. I think it's too dense, too rich for those hotter months. Ideal for dressing up, think suit and tie event, or even an intimate date night. Look, I love a good hybrid, and they nailed it with this one. If you have a Blonde Amber clone and Liquid Brune, try layering them. It won't be exactly the same because this thing is definitely expertly blended, but it'll give you an idea if you like that type of scent profile, so give it a shot. I personally love this thing. I think, in my opinion, it's the best Maison Asrar release recently. In fact, I actually wore this when I went to a perfume store where they sell all kinds of fragrances from clones all the way to very high-end niche stuff. I've gotten to know the owner really well, and the dude is surrounded by the originals. Like, he has Clive Christian, Blonde Amber, as well as Altair in the store. But when I came in, immediately he was like, dude, what are you wearing? Because it smells amazing. If you can impress that guy, you can impress anyone. So there you have it, folks. My take on 3 new releases from Maison Asrar. All of them really good stuff. One is truly special. Let me know in the comments if you have any of these. And if not, what is your favorite Maison Asrar fragrance? And also, please hit that like and subscribe button. We can keep growing this channel together. Every subscription counts, so please do click that button. And as always, stay tuned for more honest, affordable fragrance content. Until next time, I'm out.